Hello, and welcome to Fit, Fabulous, and Over 50. I am your host, Renee Miller. The goal of this program is to teach you how to become fit in the privacy and comfort of your own home. You will learn functional and practical exercises designed to tone your muscles, increase your stability and balance, promote core strength, and get your heart rate up. Each week, we will teach various exercises designed to target or isolate certain muscles in your body. We will also present a kitchen segment to teach you what you can do in your kitchen. You can become fit in almost any room in your house with a little bit of effort and perseverance. Now, before we get going, one note of caution. If you've never exercised before, you should consult with your physician and get a clearance from him before you begin. If so, are you ready to go? Let's get started. Before we begin our program today, I'd like to introduce to you my visitor, Virginia, who is here to exercise with us. Hi, Virginia. How you doing?
Hey, fine.
Good. Virginia, how long have you been being a part of an exercise program?
Part of the program about close to a year. All my life, been an exerciser.
Great. Virginia has been in my program with me for some time, and she is doing great. And we're going to be teaching you some excellent functional exercises today. Now, what I'd like to do is show you first the exercises we will be doing. You're going to be working today centering on your quadriceps and your psoas, the muscles that connect your hip and thigh, your abductors, your outer thighs, and also your inner thighs. Those are the exercises that we are going to do to begin with. Now, you can do these seated in your chair, as Virginia will be doing, or you can do some of them by adding weight, or you can do some of them standing. So we'll start by sitting in the chair first. All right, let's get going. Okay, Virginia, the first exercise you're going to do, you want to sit with your feet firmly planted on the floor, abdominals lifted up, and just relax your shoulders. And we're going to lift your right leg. Now, when you lift your leg, you want to attempt to straighten or nearly straighten the knee, whatever that is for you, while maintaining your postural alignment and balance, okay? And we're going to be doing little leg lifts, going straight up and down. Now, if it's too difficult to stay up in a seated position, then you can just sit back and relax against the chair. So why don't we do a few of those? Good. Keep it going. And we'll just do about 10 or 12. Good job. All right. You can see that the knee is straight. Good job. All right. Keep going. Now, relax that one. Let's do the other one. Again, maintaining the posture, sitting up nice and straight. All right. Lifting up and down. Good. Think about those abdominals. Good job. All right. Nice and tall in the abs while the leg is lifting. Can you feel those muscles working, Virginia?
You bet. I sure can.
Sure. It doesn't take much for the muscles to work in this seated position. All right, let's just do about 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Now, Virginia's going to do those again without assistance with weight. I'm going to add excess resistance or extra resistance by putting this weight around my leg. And if you have little leg weights, you may want to try this at home. You're just going to slip these on over the ankle. And this one is a 5-pound weight. I don't suggest you start that heavy. I suggest you start with something lighter than that. Now, we're going to do the leg lifts one more time, but this time we're going to turn the toe out. The reason that we're turning the toe out is because we want to target more the interior side or the medial side of the quadricep, and that's the big muscle of the front of the thigh. Most people overdevelop the outside and don't develop the inside enough. So let's do the same exact lifts, nice and tall, Virginia, and we're just going to lift up and down. And again, you can see that I can't get quite as high using the resistance. Are you doing this with us, or are you just sitting there watching your television? Come on, get busy. Let's keep going. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax. Let's do the other side. We don't want to go away lopsided. That toe turns out. Lifting up and down. Sit nice and tall. Good job. Good, Virginia, you're doing great. That's right. Keep it going. Good. Keep that toe turned out as much as you can. That's right. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Now, I want to teach you a variation. This is a great exercise. It's called a leg extension. Still seated in your chair, you can do exactly the same thing, but you're going to take the leg from the knee down, bend the knee to straight position, and then back. That's right. Now, the idea of this exercise is to promote the strength around the kneecap. Many people have knee problems. Their knees wear out. Their knees get painful as they get older, and this is designed to strengthen the knees. Now, if you go to the rehab place, they'll teach you to do these same exercises. So we're teaching you without even needing to go to get some rehabilitation. Sitting up again, nice and tall, abdominals lifted up. Let's start with the right leg. Straighten and bend. That's right. You want to make sure that you can straighten your knee as fully as possible as you raise the foot. And let's start counting now. We'll do 12 of these. And 2. Good. That's right, Virginia. You want to stay seated up nice and tall. Good. Abdominals are contracted. So we're really working functionally as well as isolating this muscle. Good. Keep going. That's right. Couple more. Good job. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good. One more and rest. Okay, let's switch sides. You'll use your left and so will I, and I'll do mine without the weight. Here we go. Straighten and bend. Good. Now, if you're using leg weights, you definitely want to make sure that you do transfer them and use them on both sides. Good. 4. Try to lift through those abs again. Support the back. Nice and tall. Good job. 6, 7. That's good. You starting to feel a little tired? No?
No.
No? Good. That's great. Good job. Keep on going. 2 more. And 1. And relax. Now, Virginia, what we're going to do is we're going to change our exercise now, and we're going to work on the outer and the inner thighs. You can do these seated or standing. Virginia will show these seated. Virginia, come a little bit more forward on your chair. Now, instead of using the leg in an up and down position, we're going to use the leg on an out and in position, all right? Now, the idea here is to continue to use the abdominal muscles to stabilize, to use the quadriceps and the psoas as we've been doing, but now we're going to increase the range of motion and to work the inner and outer thigh. So here we go, out and in. Now, if you need to, you can rest your elbows on the chair. If not, I want you to try to come to a tall seated position and lift out and in. Good. Oh, you're doing a great job. Now you're going to feel maybe even a little bit of shaking in that thigh muscle, yes?
A little bit.
A little tiny bit. Good. Now while Virginia's doing this, I can do the same exercise standing and come to the side of your chair. Abdominals lifted up, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to lift straight out and down. Now you're going to find that this position is actually harder and isolating more on the abductors as opposed to the inner thigh. Virginia, why don't you switch legs? You're probably going to get tired on that one leg. Good. Go ahead. That's right. You can do these, of course, holding on to the chair. You can also do these using the side of a countertop. So you can do these in a lot of different places in your house. You know, while you're talking on the phone, washing the dishes, all of those things can be very helpful. Every time you increase mobility, you increase functionality. And that's something very important to remember and understand. Good, you're doing great. Let's just do a couple more, Virginia. Keep it going. Good. Now, one of the things she wants to make sure is that she keeps her hips stable and that she's not wobbling on her hips, but that she maintains her base of support equally loaded on both hips. Good job. You're doing great. All right, let's take a little rest. Now, while the lower body is resting, the upper body is going to work. And we're going to go back to the muscle chart over here. And today we're going to be looking particularly to work the muscles of the triceps. You'll notice that the triceps are the back of the arm. In education, sometimes we like to call that teacher flab Well, we do not want any teacher flab. And what we're going to do is do exercises that, again, you can do seated in the chair or standing. Virginia, let's grab a soup can. Pick your favorite kind. All right, she's got chicken noodle. All right, with your soup can or your dumbbell, sitting up nice and tall in your chair, you're going to bring the soup can up over your head, lower it behind your head as much as you have range of motion, and you're going to push it to straighten. And you're going to go down and up, just like that. Good. Now I'm going to let Virginia do that seated, and I'm going to do it standing to show you that if you have a more range of motion and you're more fit, then you should really increase the resistance by doing it standing. So here it is from the side while Virginia's doing it. Good job, Virginia. Keep it going. Now you want to start to feel those muscles in the backs of those arms, and that might be a little light for you. I'm going to try mine with an added weight. You want to try a little heavier can, Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not?
2 cans?
No, 1 is plenty.
Just a bigger can.
Good. Okay. Again, here we go. Holding it and lifting directly up and down. You want to see yourself. If you have a mirror, you can look in the mirror and make sure that you're straightening the elbow all the way up and down. Straighten and bend. Very good. Keep it going. Good job, Virginia. You're doing a great job. Good. Let's just do about 4 more of these. 4 is our number, isn't it? 4 and 3 and 2 and do 1 more. Good. All right. Let's take a little rest. Now, for a variation of this exercise and to increase intensity, if you have a very stable chair, you can sit on the edge of your chair, put your hands firm on your chair. Now you're going to drop your backside off of the chair and bend your elbows and let your bottom lower below the chair, and you're going to push to straighten. Now, this is functionally a much more difficult exercise. It's going to force you to work more of the chest muscles as well as the triceps. And let's do it together. All right, Virginia, you want to try this
Sure.
one with me? All right, here we go. Let's try it. Here we go. Down and up. And you're just going to push all the way up. And you want to straighten the elbows as you come up. Good job. Excellent. Down and up.
That's hard.
Good. It is hard. It's harder than it looks. Good. Excellent. Keep going. You're doing a great job. Why don't you just do a couple more, Virginia? Good. Now, Virginia's going to sit back down in her chair and take a little rest. And I'm going to show you a little bit more of an intensity. If you are not getting anything out of this, try adding just 1 leg lift. Now you're working with a tripod instead of a quad. And really lift. Good job. Let's try the other leg. This is fun, isn't it? Harder than it looks.
Yeah.
That's right. Try these at home. Make sure you're lifting your abdominals. Yes, excellent. All right, let's do 4 more and 3. 2 more, working those triceps till they burn, and 1. Woo! Feels good. Well, let's see what you can do in the kitchen. In the kitchen, let's do side leg lifts today. To increase your stability and balance, strengthen your outer thigh muscles, and maybe even whittle down some of those saddlebags for you ladies. Now, if you're not very stable, let's face your sink, turn around, both hands on your sink, load your right leg. Lift the leg out to the side repeatedly as far as you can. Keep going. Tighten the fanny. Lift your abdominals. Work on relaxing the shoulders. Let's do just a few more. That's 9, 10, 11, and 12. Switch sides. Again, make sure you load the left leg, all of your weight. Leg out to the side. Keep those tightened fanny muscles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you relaxing your shoulders? 11 and 12. Now, if you find that that is too easy, turn to the side of the sink, right hand on the sink, left leg away. Lift your leg as far as you can away from you. Think about drawing a line with your toe, out and in. Go over the same area again and again. Good. Are you pulling up in your abdominals? Are you staying tight behind you? Now, for a variation, you may wish to try this with your knee bent. You will find that it will increase the workout to the back of you, including the hamstring muscles. Lift the leg to the side. It may be a little bit harder. Stabilize by pulling up in the abdominals. Keep this area tight. Good. That's 5 and 6 and 7. How's your posture? 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great. Good workout. Let's try 3 sets of 12. You'll get a little burn in those side legs. With a child's ball, if you have one available, you can do an excellent inner thigh exercise. Here you go, Virginia. Place the ball between, just above your knees, in your inner thighs. Still seated in your chair. This is a great exercise because you can do this while you watch your soap operas or while you watch your television or whatever. Now, what I want you to do, Virginia, is just to lightly squeeze the ball, bringing your legs together, and then out again. Not too far. Now, you create extra resistance if you think about pulling up in your abdominals because you begin to actually add extra resistance and almost oppositional resistance. Good job. She's doing a fabulous job. All right. Now, what I want you to do with these, because the inner thighs are not very well toned and usually not very conditioned for most people, is that we're going to do 3 sets of 12. So before you leave today, you have to do 3 sets of 12. She's about halfway through her first set. Keep going, Virginia. Now, if you don't have a ball and you say, well, what can I do right now? You can sit on the edge of your chair, same as you did before, and place your hands on the inner sides of your thighs, just above your knees. And while Virginia's doing her 3 sets of 12, you can do the exact same thing by simply pushing the knees together, but resisting with the upper body. Now you're going to find that this does 2 things. This is going to give your inner thighs a workout, but it's also definitely going to work the upper body muscles, particularly the shoulders. If you have a shoulder problem, you may want to go gently here. All right, Virginia, what's your count over there? About 20 by now,
yeah.
15 or 20? All right, let's count
20.
down from here. Let's do one more set. We'll call it 12, 11, 10. Make sure you're breathing. Yeah, 9, 8. Push it in there. 7. Are you feeling those muscles?
Oh, yeah.
6. Good. 5. Lots of energy. 4. 3. Good, Virginia. 2. And 1 more. All right. Now, if you get to where you're so strong you've broken the ball, that's a good sign you're building strength.
Still.
Now, let's start at the beginning, Virginia, and let's go through everything we've learned, starting with the single leg lifts. All right, here we go. Nice and straight, abdominals lifted up. All right, friends, let's go. Up and down. 1 and 2. Really lift through those abdominals. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good form. 8, 9. We're going to do 10. 2 more. 11, and we're going to immediately turn the toe out and keep lifting. Now, lift directly straight up, same as you did before. Try to lead with the heel this time as opposed to the toe. That's 4, 5. You might feel that inner area of the quadriceps starting to shake just a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. 11, 12. We're going to give that right leg a break. Let's try the left one. Here we go. Straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you getting your workout today? You want to make sure you're not just sitting and watching. Get up and move. That's how your life changes. That's how your body changes. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Turn that toe out and lift. Good. Really work to keep your body in exactly the same position, nice and tall, as you lift through the heel. The heel is leading now. That's 5 and 6. And hang in there, Virginia. 8, 9, and 10, and 11. And we're going to take a little rest here. Woo! Little tight on those thighs. Starting to feel some little bit of burning sensations. All right, now we have the leg extensions, obviously still seated in the chair, but designed particularly to strengthen your knees. We're going to start in the bend position and straighten. Here we go. Straighten and bend. Now what you should be doing is try to maintain that foot off the floor throughout the range of motion. And so that means you really have to pull up just a little bit taller than normal. And good. That's 6 and 7. Remember, you can add weight if you wish. And 9 and 10, 11 and 12. Switch legs. Here we go. Up. And 2. Good. And nice and tall. And 4 and 5. Good job. And 6 and 7. You're doing wonderful. And 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. And we'll give you a little rest. Now, we're going to do the outer thigh exercises, and I'm going to stand. Remember, you can do these either seated or standing. Virginia's going to stay seated. We're going to be lifting our legs out to the side and then back in. Here we go, Virginia. Straighten the knee, take it out to the side and in and 2. And let's take these slow and really think now of squeezing. If you're standing, even of more importance, abdominals lifted up, shoulders relaxed, neck is long. Squeeze those buttock muscles, those gluteus maximus muscles on the way out and in. And 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. Keep going. Let's try a few more. 13, 14. We'll do one more just for kicks. And 15. All right. Let's switch sides. I'm going to turn this way. Good. And 2. Good. And 3. Good. And 4. Are you lifting your abdominals? 5. And 6. And 7. Abdominals checked. And 9. Think about squeezing those gluteus maximus muscles. 11 and 12. Let's do 3 more just for fun. 13 and 14 and 15. All right, let's give that lower body a break, and let's go back to the upper body exercise we learned. Virginia, you ready to try the chunky variety?
Right.
All right. The heaviest can that you have now, if you feel ready to do that, I'm going to be using, this is a 7-pound weight. All right, showing you from the side, Virginia from the front. Bring the can behind your head, pull up on those abdominals, and let's lift it all the way up and back down. Now, let's take this a little bit slower than we did the leg lifts. 2. Good. And 3. Good. And 4. Yes, you're doing great. And 5. And 6. And 7. Good, Virginia. And 8. Down behind your head. Really work it now. 9. Let's get rid of that teacher flab. And 10. Yes. And 11. Excellent. And 12. Taking a little rest here. Wonderful, Virginia. You are doing a great job. All right. One more tricep exercise. You ready for the big one? We're going to try the dips. All right. Here's the challenge dips. Now remember, you want to make sure that your chair is very stable. It's not going to go anywhere. Don't use rollers. Sit up nice and tall. Ready? Drop your bottom off the chair, lower down, and push straight up and down. Good. And 2. I'm going to do mine a little more challenging. 3. Down. Good job, Virginia. 4.
Get tired. Sure.
All right. 5. Virginia's going to do a half set. Can you do one more, Virginia?
Sure.
6, and then you can sit down.
Good.
I'm going to switch legs. And 7. And 8. And 9. Woo, these are harder than they look, aren't they? And 11. Good, one more. And 12. And you did a great job. We're not done yet. We've got one more muscle group we want to teach you today. I'm going to go over here to the muscle chart. Now, to work the muscles of the calves, we're going to be doing toe raises and heel raises. The muscles are respectively the gastrocnemius behind the calf and the tibialis anterior in the front of the calf, just below the knee. We more often work the gastrocnemius than we do the tibialis, and that's why this exercise is good, all right? So coming back to the chair now, I'm going to do mine standing, and Virginia will do hers seated. We're going to start by working the back of the calf, or the gastrocnemius, and all we're going to do is heel raises. So Virginia's just going to go up on her toes and down, and I'm going to stand and do mine. And down. Good. 3, and down, and 4, and down. You can hold onto your chair, and you really should if you need the balance. Or as Virginia's doing, you may sit. And 7. Now what you want to do is to learn to challenge yourself in a space where you're comfortable, not overdoing it, but certainly beginning to feel a little challenging. Virginia, can you feel those calf muscles working at all? A little bit.
A little bit.
Good. All right. Now, let's stop and do the opposite. You're going to do toe lifts, all right? And so you're just going to rock up on your heels and down, and 2, and down. I want to thank you so much for joining us today on Fit, Fabulous, and Over 50. And until we see you again, keep on moving. All right, Virginia, let's keep on going. Now, let's combine those two. We're going to go heels and down and toe.